One man, four kings, a lifetime of unwavering faith. The Book of Daniel is one of the most extraordinary books in the Bible, a gripping blend of historical narrative and apocalyptic prophecy. Written by Daniel himself during the Babylonian exile in the 6th century BC, this book has inspired believers for over 2,500 years. But what makes it so relevant today? In this video, we will explore the incredible stories of courage, the stunning prophecies of world empires, and the ultimate message of hope that Daniel reveals. Stay tuned. This is going to change how you see history and your future. To understand Daniel, we need to understand the context. In 605 BC, the Babylonian Empire, under King Nebuchadnezzar, conquered Jerusalem. The temple was plundered, and the brightest young men of Judah were taken into exile. Among them was a teenager named Daniel, along with his three friends, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, whom you may know as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These young men were handpicked for their intelligence and physical fitness to serve in the king's palace. But they faced an impossible challenge. How do you remain faithful to God when everything around you, your culture, your temple, your freedom, has been stripped away? This is the question at the heart of Daniel's story. Let's begin with the stories. In chapter 1, Daniel and his friends refuse the king's rich food and wine, choosing instead a simple diet of vegetables and water. After 10 days, they appear healthier than all the others, a testament to God's provision when we honor Him. Then comes one of the most famous stories in the Bible, the fiery furnace in chapter 3. King Nebuchadnezzar builds a golden statue and commands everyone to bow down. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego refuse. Their response is iconic. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us. But even if He does not, we will not serve your gods. They are thrown into a furnace heated 7 times hotter, yet they walk around unharmed. And Nebuchadnezzar sees a fourth figure with them, one who looks like a son of the gods. This is a powerful foreshadowing of Christ's presence with His people in their trials. In chapter 4, Nebuchadnezzar himself is humbled. He boasts about his greatness, and God strikes him with madness. He lives like a wild animal for 7 years until he looks up to heaven and acknowledges God's sovereignty. He is restored, and he declares, "His kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and His dominion endures from generation to generation." Years pass, and Babylon falls to the Medo-Persian Empire. Now, King Darius rules. Daniel, now in his 80s, is so trustworthy and competent that the king plans to set him over the entire kingdom. But this breeds jealousy. The officials conspire to trap Daniel by convincing the king to issue a decree that anyone who prays to any god or man other than the king for 30 days shall be thrown into the lion's den. Daniel knows the decree is signed, but what does he do? He goes home, opens his windows toward Jerusalem, and prays 3 times a day, just as he always did. He is arrested and thrown to the lions, but God shuts the mouths of the lions. The next morning, Daniel emerges without even a scratch. King Darius is overjoyed and issues a decree that everyone must fear the God of Daniel, for He is the living God, enduring forever. Daniel's consistent faithfulness, even at the cost of his own life, is a powerful example for us all. Now we turn to the prophecies. These are some of the most detailed and accurate prophecies in Scripture. In chapter 2, King Nebuchadnezzar has a troubling dream. He demands that his wise men not only interpret the dream, but also tell him what it was. Otherwise, they will be executed. Daniel prays to God, and the mystery is revealed. The dream shows a great statue, a head of gold, Babylon, a chest of silver, Medo-Persia, a belly of bronze, Greece, and legs of iron, Rome. Then, a stone cut out without hands smashes the statue and becomes a mountain filling the whole earth. This stone represents God's eternal kingdom that will crush all human empires and stand forever. In chapter 7, Daniel himself receives a vision of 4 great beasts, which parallel the same 4 empires. But then he sees the Ancient of Days, God the Father, taking his throne, and he sees one like a son of man coming with the clouds of heaven. He is given authority, glory, and sovereign power, and his kingdom is an everlasting one. Jesus himself used this very title, Son of Man, to refer to himself. This is one of the clearest prophecies of the Messiah in the Old Testament. Finally, we come to the 70 weeks prophecy in chapter 9, one of the most detailed and specific prophecies in the entire Bible. The angel Gabriel appears to Daniel and reveals a timeline of 70 weeks, or sevens, that would unfold from the decree to rebuild Jerusalem until the coming of the Anointed One, the Messiah. This prophecy points directly to the timing of Jesus Christ's first coming, his death, and the destruction of Jerusalem in 70 AD. It is a stunning confirmation that God is in control of history from beginning to end. So what is the ultimate message of the book of Daniel? It is this: God is sovereign over all. No empire, no ruler, no trial, and no tragedy is outside his control. He has a plan, and he is working it out through history. And he promises a kingdom that will never be destroyed, a kingdom where his people will reign with him forever. If you are going through your own lion's den or fiery furnace today, take heart. The God of Daniel is with you. He sees you, he hears you, and he will never abandon you. If this deep dive into the book of Daniel blessed you, please hit the like button. It really helps this channel grow, and we want to hear from you. Which part of Daniel inspired you the most? Was it the fiery furnace, the lion's den, or the prophecies of the future? Let us know in the comments below. If you're new here, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. We explore the Bible, faith, and prophecy every week. Thanks for watching, and remember, God is sovereign over everything. See you in the next one.